Welcome to Grill Tales, and my name is Tiffany. Grill Tales is an online website that promotes African centered children's stories from Africa and the diaspora. This week, I will be reading a story called Where is Bobby? This story is about police brutality and how it affects families. If after the story you would like to do more activities, please use the three questions below as your guide. Now I will begin. Where is Bobby? Now, little Joe has been waiting up a little bit past his bedtime for his big brother Bobby. So he finally asks his mother, Mommy, where is Bobby? The mother sees the sadness in her son's eye and she says, Oh, little Joe, I just don't know. He said he went with a friend to a candy store. That's not good enough for little Joe. Mommy, that was a while ago. Bobby is not here yet. His big sister Tanya was looking at the whole situation, and she responds, Little Joe, just hush. Bobby and his friends are probably playing somewhere. Little Joe shakes his head. I miss my brother Bobby. I want to play too. Mother looks little Joe in the eye and tries to encourage him. When you grow up, you can play basketball with Bobby. And Tanya joins in. When you grow up, you can go to the candy store with Bobby. Little Joe finally has a little smile on his face and he says, I can even go to the big kids' school with Bobby. Once, Mommy saw that little Joe was feeling a little better. She told him, Yes, you can. Now go to sleep, little Joe. It's getting late. Let Mommy tuck you in the bed. Okay, but wake me up if Bobby comes in, no matter how late. Tanya pulls her little brother. Enough, little Joe. Let's go to bed. Little Joe looks at his mommy and sister. Good night, Mommy. Good night, Sissy. And so his mother goes to his room and tucks him to the bed. And then the mother says good night to Tanya. But she doesn't go to sleep, no. She's worried about her son, Bobby. So she stays up a couple of more hours, sitting in her living room, looking out her window and waiting until she hears a knock on her door a couple of hours later. When she looks out her peephole, she sees a police officer. And she opened the door. The police looks her in her eye and says, May I speak to the mother of Bobby Lewis? The mother replies, Yes, that's me. Police responds, I have some bad news for you. Your son, Bobby, was shot and killed after robbing a candy store. He had a weapon, the officer said. The mother stepped back a couple of steps and she says, It's not my Bobby, sir. He doesn't get into trouble. The police begins to look in his bag. He pulls out a jacket and says, Is this Bobby's jacket? The mother shakes her head. Yes, it's Bobby's jacket. As the police began to say, I'm sorry. The mother of Bobby Lewis starts to hear a little pitter-patter running towards the door, and she turns around and she sees her son, little Joe, with hope in his eyes. And then he replies, "Mommy, Mommy, is that Bobby?" The next day, a newspaper article read, 16-year-old black male mistaken for a criminal shot and killed yesterday. He was reaching for a phone to call his mom, investigators say. Officers thought it was a gun, by the way.